Hey guys, we have officially made it to Baddies East Jamaica Trip Part 3, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into it. Trip starts off with Suki and Rolly fighting again. If you have not watched last episode, it is up on my channel, so you guys should go watch that, then come back and watch this. They're arguing, they're going back and forth. Rolly trying to do her big one, Suki doing her big one. Sapphire is somewhere looking like a dummy, just like, girl, help your friend. Like, this is your one. Like, you can tell she felt like she had a little bit of loyalty to E.T. and Rolly, and that just is so weird to me. It is so weird. Sapphire just does not understand why Suki can be mad at her. She's just like, I don't know. I was trying to calm down the situation. I didn't want y'all fighting. I want this sisterhood. But E.T. always trying to do her big one, so she ends up pouring water on Suki. That should have been Sapphire cue. Suki was like, go with that bitch. And Sapphire just like, that should have been your cue. Like, don't pour water on my best friend. And went to go work her world. And she's just sitting there just looking completely stupid. So they're breaking it up. Them two, they separated. They went to get on their buses, right? So Suki and Bobby on the bus, which we love Bobby. Bobby's like, basically Sapphire was just on an L. Like, she was on some BS. Like, what was her problem? And Suki was like, thank you. I'm glad I'm not tripping. Like, she's trying to play me like I'm stupid. And then Sapphire gets on the bus acting like they're supposed to be kumbaya. And then Bobby basically tells her, and I'm glad Bobby went on fake stuff. He told her, like, that was weird. Like, where's your loyalty? That's not your friend. Like, blah, blah, blah. And then Sapphire's like, Bobby, you don't know what's going on. And blah, blah, blah. And Bobby was like, I sat there. I watched it all. Like, you just stood there like a big fat dummy. Like, period. This is what just made, like, the whole point the point. Instead of Sapphire going on her own bus, her own car to basically, like, think about what she did, why you gonna get on the bus with the enemies? You gonna get on the bus with the enemies. You're starting to rant, like, she's mad at me, and I don't know why she's mad at me. Like, that wasn't my friend that night. That was the devil. Girl, you should have went in your car and repented. You should have thought about what you did, but you went on the bus with the enemy. Let that be my friend. We just get into it, and you go over there with the people and ranting and problem. Like, you just proved the point. I was on her bus talking about Scotty, this and that, like how she don't want him on the bus with her, blah blah blah, and how Scotty's just like always doing too much and she's done with it. So this is really the battle of the best friends. Like, this is what this episode is, battle of the best friends. The other girls are sitting out there. Tasiki said she gonna make them some rotel. They sitting out there having fun, and they're just basically talking about it and kind of how Smiley is missing. Some of them are saying it's good that she's gone. Some were saying they missed her. They kind of wanted to make amends with her, but Smiley was always on BS. They start talking like the difference between Natalie and Scotty's fight and Sapphire and Suki's fight. Like, Natalie was so quick to put her hands on Scotty. To see Suki and Sapphire never even took it there. They didn't put their hands on each other. It was all talking about the issue. Natalie and Scotty was quick to put their hands on each other, and that just was so weird to me. Then they were talking about how Scotty and Natalie, it has to be something deeper than food. Like, it can't be just all food, which in nowadays they're finding out has something to do with the person that's over Zeus or over Baddies. Something, I think Scotty's sleeping with somebody. I don't know. Y'all let me know down in the comments what their beef was actually about. At them house, they're just sitting down, they're talking. They were just talking about how the day just went good and dinner just went so left. And then Sapphire just sad, talking about Suki still not talking to her and she just doesn't understand and blah, blah, blah. I brought up how Suki basically told her when Scotty and Natalie were fighting, and Rolly kind of agreed. Rolly was like, when they're fighting, let them fight. Those are friends. And then Mariah's just like, I don't need you on my head too. But I think all Mariah said was it was just weird how they were fighting, and I guess that was her inserting herself in the problem. I don't know, but like she said, she's known Natalie years outside of this, so she felt like she kind of had some loyalty to Natalie. But like Rolly said, like, Scotty's never did anything to you, so you shouldn't like be picking the side, and just don't insert yourself in their business, which is period. There goes E.T. hobbling over. Apparently she's broken her leg in the past and it's starting to flare up. I don't know, I really couldn't care. Basically, E.T. kind of says she piped down because of Sapphire, because she had respect to Sapphire. If she didn't, I guess she would have went 10 times harder when it came to Suki. And it was like, hey, Sapphire, are you willing to talk to Suki? And she was like, yeah. And then I was like, I really don't want to talk to Scotty right now, but a talk will happen eventually. And Rolly was like, yeah, I don't really want to talk to Suki. I think it's best we just let it calm down. Suki and Sapphire finally have their conversation. Can we talk about how it was a real woman conversation? Like, it just wasn't too much arguing, too much yelling. Like, it was to the point. People were trying to get their point out, and I really appreciated that. So you wasn't being a real friend. Like, them girls aren't your, like, you felt like you had a little loyalty to them. Them girls aren't your friends. After this Jamaica trip is over, after this baddie trip is over, you go home with Suki. Suki is your friend, not these girls, not Rolly, not no E.T., none of them. Like, Suki is your girl. She's been your girl. before, after this, and forever. Period. Sapphire's like, yeah, you right. I mean, you right. I do apologize, blah, blah. And they end up hugging it out. But Suki said, like, they cool, but not until you fight them bitches. And that's always on period. Nat and Scotty end up having their conversation. So basically, Scotty comes in with no shoes on. And then she's like, so what's up? And Natalie's like, and then Scotty's like, what's up? And then Natalie's like, what do you mean what's up? What's up? So they end up squabbling. I guess Natalie had a ring and it ended up hitting Scotty on her head, so she had a little something on her head. Their fight really had nothing to do with the food. Well, I guess it was more of like, he's very entitled, hashtag spoiled, and Natalie was just tired of it because she's tired of people always coming to her talking about how Scotty's so entitled, she's spoiled about how she brought her dog, and I think they had to wait at the airport for 4 hours, and just like, and then the top of the cherry was her getting her food first, and then ordering some more food, so she ate her first plate and her second plate before anybody else got their first plate. And Natalie was just tired of it. Like she said, people just always coming to Natalie talking her ear off about it, and she's so tired of it that she gets the end of that stick because of Scotty. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Why I believe it? Why do I believe like Scotty is kind of just like this Scotty world, y'all are living in it, and she just wants so many accommodations and blah 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 blah. Yeah, eventually they end up hugging it out and Natalie doing all this crying and stuff. No, I just hope, I guess, their friendship for the best. Natalie's best, she's just talking about the fight between her and Scotty, just kind of how that conversation had went. They eventually worked it out, but she just said she's just so tired of her being entitled. Making to the club was cool, club was fun, you know, club appearance. And this was my first time seeing them perform since like the beginning of the episode, if I'm being honest. So at the end of the night, Natalie wanted them to kind of hug, you know, to kumbaya. And Suki was like, no, I'm not hugging them because they're all fake. And her Mariah Lynn has been running her mouth. And she said she wants to fight me. So, boom. Then it said next on. You already know I'm recapping the next episode. This is going to be Jamaica part 4, y'all. So, make sure you come back and watch it. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give the video a huge thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I love you guys. And you already know I'll see you in the next one.